Hey guys, Cavatina here. It is currently like 11 11 at night on New Year's Day. I know I'm so great at not procrastinating, but today, guys, we're going to be doing the 2018 channel retrospective. I did this last year. I had some things to talk about. This year, a little bit more busy, a little bit more hectic. Still an unscripted video, of course, because I just can't read or words, as you could tell. So we're just gonna blurb this all out, just kind of mass vomit all of this information out unscripted. That was a really gross way of describing that, but we're just gonna get right into it. Pardon any squeaking or bonking noises that you may hear. Or my coughing. So, starting off in January, the year got off to a less than spectacular start. I don't think I need to really go into any more detail. We're just gonna skip that part. We're done with that. Yeah, we all know what happened. It's best we let that settle as it should. But on top of that, I also made that little let's talk about Brony reviewing as sort of a response to Aeon of Dreams, which turned out to be the shittest video I ever put on my channel. I do hope to one day make a better version of it, but right now it's just sort of sitting there, rotting away out of my memory, so we're just gonna leave January to sort of pretend like it doesn't exist. In February, we had the month of Lerv, and I also like to consider this the month that the memes really started to show up on my channel a lot more. I obviously participated in the month of Lerv. I did some comic dubs. That was a nice experience. I enjoyed doing that. And of course, there was the memes. Lots of memes. Particularly a lot of Bliss memes, because I just found her content to be the most memeable, which is a compliment, by the way. I don't know, I started to get kind of lazy at the start of the year, and I just decided I was gonna make memes instead of, actual good quality content for most of that month. So, if nothing else, that was sort of just my warm-up month for everything that was going to follow after that. But I do enjoy making those jokey videos just to see what my editing skills can pull out. And I'm proud of some of them, I really am. As stupid as they are. Sometimes it's fun to just make stupid things and post them on the channel. Just for the fuck of it, no real reason. And after that we had March, which was the birth of Random Ramblings. I did put out that video talking about criticism and how it's delivered and how it's perceived, and the general misconception about how harsh critique is treated like bullying, which they're not synonymous. Stop saying they are, because they're not. But I put that out, and I'm proud of that. I was worried that video might get a little bit of controversy or some kind of backlash from people saying, like, no, it is bullying, you're wrong, and just have a whole debate going on. But people really were supportive of that video. I was really surprised at the positive feedback and responses that I was getting from it, and that encouraged me. It hasn't really been a series as of late. That was the only video of that Random Ramblings that came out that year. But I do want to make more of them, and we'll get to that later on in the end of the video. But I am proud of that particular video. I'm glad that I worded it a good way, and that I wasn't, too crazy, and it just was me spilling my thoughts on the matter. Yes, it could technically be considered a response to drama and just me being in denial, but because it kind of was. To be honest, it was based off of drama that was going on at that time, and for those that didn't know about it, okay, but I had gotten in the loop on what was going on, and I had thoughts of my own, and I decided I was gonna respond to it, and I kept it anonymous. I kept it very broad in general for that reason. I didn't want to get dragged into anything. I just wanted to throw in my thoughts and my 2 cents on the matter, and that's the way I did it, by doing random ramblings. And now I'm thinking that it'll be just a fun series, not necessarily always a response to drama. It could be just about literally anything, hence the title, Random Ramblings. It could be about anything that's on my mind and I just want to talk about it. It doesn't have to be drama, it could be whatever I want. But I am proud of it. I do think that it was just nice. It was a nice leaning away from my traditional content, and people enjoyed it. So who knows? Maybe it will become popular next year, or this year, this current year, 2019. Who knows? Fast forward, June. That's May. Yeah, May comes after June, Dev. That's because that's how months work. No. Fast forward to May, because April didn't really have much. That was sort of just there. May was when I started working outside of the channel more. Particularly, I started to do more projects, be in more group-related things. I won't go into too much detail about those, because those haven't really come out yet, and I don't want to, openly talk about those things, because spoilers. But, this year in general was really good in terms of me kind of going into being cast into bigger things. Not as much as last year. I think last year was definitely the spike for that, but this year still had some sprinkled in little things going on there, and it was good. I thought it was healthy and it was nice. And of course, in May, this was also when I did my 800 subscriber Q&A, which I didn't think I was going to be doing that. I kind of wanted to originally wait until 1,000, but I got impatient and I decided I was going to do it now, or do it then. And, I got really good questions, and it was, nice. I think it was like an hour long, so it wasn't short. But that's probably just because I ramble, because I do. But, no, I am really glad that there are that many people supporting this channel, even if most of them came from the circumstances of January, because that's essentially what happened. The results of January's mess kind of caused that spike in subscribers, which I'm not mad about that. I honestly, I really appreciate that support. But there's still that little bit of me that kind of that thinks about that and thinks that it's weird. It's kind of weird because the fact that all of them came from that, it kind of still sits with me a little strange, but I do still, regardless of that, I still appreciate the support that you guys are giving, and the fact that there's so many of you already. It's great. I'm really glad that I can entertain, if not all of you, at least the majority, So that was kind of the month where I started to notice really well that the channel was growing, and that there was, I'm sure it'll grow more this year. I don't know how much more, but that's irrelevant. We don't care about how much. We just care about the fact that everyone's here, and it's fun, and we're all enjoying me making shitty stuff that involves ponies. Not fast forward, because it was just the next month, but June came out, and I included this even though not much happened, specifically because of reversion, because I had made on my second horn cover on the channel, which I hadn't done one since like the very start of the channel's growth, when I did Smile Song horn cover, and that was like way back. I didn't think I was gonna do any more horn covers of anything, and then I got inspired to sort of write a horn part for reversion, because I love reversion. And also because it was for Lost, it was her birthday, and I was like, hey, this would be cool. She'll probably never see it, but I'll put it out anyway. Just because I like reversion as a beautiful piece. I love taking these beautiful songs and giving them a horn part, because a horn is a very beautiful instrument in my opinion, and I love the horn. I'm biased, but whatever. And I wanted to play the song on my horn and,
put it to the piano and see what happened, and it came out great. There were some, audio hiccups, but, I'm still learning, so it's whatever. And, Lost did see it, which made me very happy, and she was happy with it, and I was happy with it. Everybody was happy with it, so, it was a good thing to sort of just have in June. Other than that, June wasn't really an exciting month. I just threw that in there because I'm proud of that. It's one of my more favorite videos on the channel, is that cover of her version, because, I'm proud of my music. I'm a music major, I love music. This is the kind of stuff that really makes me happy, is when I can do stuff like this, so that's fun. Fast forward again, skipping July, nothing much happened there. August, Star Player became a thing. I finally got off my lazy ass, and I decided to start making some video game Let's Play videos, because I did want to do that. I did want to put some gaming on the channel, and right before I left for college, I put out the Let's Play of One Hand Clapping, and people liked that too. I got some nice comments. I remember getting one that said they really needed a laugh, and that video helped them, so that made me very happy that me singing like a banshee was apparently enough to lift somebody's spirits up, so that was good. Birth of Star Player. I'm confident that Star Player is going to become a, more consistent thing. I do want to do more gaming videos. Pony related or not, I do want to do more of them. And, yeah, I really liked playing that game in particular. It was nice. I do hope to one day put out a Star Player episode of My Little Karaoke, because I do have it on my desktop. It won't be until probably the summer, when I come home and I have the desktop for 3 months and I can actually record that, because I don't have it on the laptop. It's too big for that laptop, because my laptop is kind of shit, especially with a big game like that. It's a huge game, guys. It's huge. So that won't be out till the summer, but I do plan to do that, and I do plan on continuing that Star Player series. I think it's fun. I think it's another nice little bit of content to sprinkle in here and there. Just keep doing a bunch of random shit. That's pretty much what my channel is. It's whatever I want, plus the stuff you normally see. So it was a good start to that. And, I got good recording software for that. Good recording software for that. For the gaming stuff. So it's good. I think it's gonna be fun. September rolls around, and that's when I go to college. I'm 18 now, I go to college, it's great. And that's when the channel address kind of came out, and I was really worried. I was worried that my time was gonna get swallowed, and I wasn't gonna be able to make a lot of content, and I kind of haven't been. I haven't really done a lot of reviews or analysis or anything really long-winded lately, because of school. I've mostly just been churning out comic dubs, and that was pretty much the majority of the remainder of the year's content, because I was not confident in myself to get videos out once a week, one video a week, because of school. I'm feeling better about it now. Again, I'll talk about that at the end of the video when I get to the future content and the hopes for the new year. But for 2018, I was not very diligent. I wasn't good at that. And plus, college was busy, and it was an overwhelming experience, because it's a new thing. It's crazy moving out of your house and going somewhere else and living by yourself. It's weird. It's kind of a culture shock, especially for me as a very socially anxious and kind of a mess of a person. It's really hard to adjust like that, and it took me pretty much the whole semester before I got comfortable, and now that I feel like I'll do better. But definitely in September, that was kind of a crazy month, because I left home, and I started doing, I had to do my own thing and figure out what I was gonna do, and that kind of just snowballed into the last 3 months of the year. November wasn't really much, but October and December especially were the busy months for me. October, of course, we had Darktober, which I threw out some content there. I managed to stay pretty much on top of that, better than I did in December. Oh my god, was I horrible in December? Like, you all know how horrible I was at following deadlines in December. But, October was good. I stayed on top of things with October. I stick to my schedule, I put out the stuff I wanted to put out, and, you know, it ended up being good. And I did learn a valuable lesson. Don't use stock screams. That's a cheap move. You should scream yourself, which I didn't do at the time because I was in the dorms and I didn't want to disturb the peace, so I used a stock scream, which I was hoping wouldn't be noticeable, but somebody in the comments pointed it out immediately, and I'm like, well, shit, there goes my plan. So, even if you feel like you're gonna disturb the peace, and it seems awkward, you should still at least try to scream, at least in your closet. I don't know if I'll do that next October. I'll probably be in an apartment at that point, so it won't matter as much, but I definitely avoided that in the dorms, and, you know, now I know, don't do that. That's a no-no. That's not a cool thing to do. Sniffles. So, that was particularly, October it was a good month in productivity. I actually stayed on top of things pretty well, given that I was in school and things were happening. It was midterms for me, I believe, was October, so that was fun, trying to stay on top of that while getting ready for midterms, and I pulled it off, so I know I can do it. I just need to be even more diligent than I am right now, because then December happened, and I kind of fell apart, especially towards the end of the month, which is funny because it was break. I had no excuses for not following my deadlines. It literally was just a mix of technology not working with me and being a lazy prick, and that cost me dearly. I'm surprised that I kind of just did a complete 180 on the one part of the month, or one part of the year where the whole month I pretty much wasn't in school doing anything. I was at home, I had the time, and I just refused to take initiative, and it kind of cost me. I ended up missing a lot of my deadlines. Pretty much everything I originally planned to put up didn't come out. I did have a fanfic planned for December, that didn't happen. I had probably more comics planned, that didn't happen either. It was literally just one comic, I think, and the 2 Secret Santa Let's Play videos that came out. That was all that happened. I did, because I just wasn't on top of it. I didn't follow my own. I got lazy really quick after the semester ended and I was finally on break. I got incredibly lazy, and that screwed me up. That screwed me over, so that's part of a New Year's resolution that I have, is to not be like that, but we'll get to that right now, because now we're going to be talking about the future content and hopes for the new year. More skits. I put skits in the 2018 channel trailer. Never made a single skit. Not one. Nothing. And, you know, that was just an empty promise from the get-go, because I got kind of shy about it, and I was worried that the skits were going to be garbage, and that's why I kind of hesitated. I didn't want to put them out, because I was worried that they were going to be horrible. But, I'm thinking I might try this year. And if people hate it, then I'll stop doing it. It's simple as that. But I do want to try to at least start making some kind of skits, just to sort of develop the Nova Bell character and to, like, give her more of a personality. And that might include joining groups. You know, I did ask, I think, in the summer of the year of 2018 to join the Rift Cafe. I never got a response. It's been like 3 months, maybe? I don't know. I've lost track of time. It's probably been longer than that, but I never got a response. So, I don't know. I might poke them again. I don't know. But either way, whether I'm in a big group like the Rift Cafe or the Secret Rift or not, I can't say where I'm going. I have no fucking clue at this point. Whether or not I'm by myself or in a big group, either way, I do want to try more skits. I want to at least try to start a skit series, and if people don't like it, then I'll stop it. Simple as that. I'm really just waving around, I'm kind of just, you know, pushing the content around based on what the audience wants to have. If they don't want the skits, then I won't make them, but I'll at least try to start making them and see if I can develop those writing skills and those creative writing skills and sort of get those creative juices flowing, and who knows, it might work, it might not, but I do want to try, because it might be fun. It might be fun to just sort of create something entirely my own, or at least mostly my own in terms of script and, just it'll be like the reviews. It'll be like, there won't be really any MLP videos in the corner or anything. It'll just be stories about, fun little cutesy episodes or mini-sodes about Nova and Ghost Nova's shenanigans or whatever. Like, I don't know yet. I'm thinking about it, though. And we'll see where it leads. But that's something I want to consider for the new year. Since I didn't do it in 2018 when the trailer promised them, a lot of the stuff in the trailer didn't end up coming out on the channel, which sucked, because I could have been better about it, and I made a lot of empty promises, and I'm not gonna do that anymore, because, oh my god, it's so easy for me to make those empty promises, and I always just, not gonna do that this year. Ugh. More random ramblings. I want to make more of those. As I said earlier, I do want to make that a series instead of just the one video. Whether it's drama related or not, I do want to just make more of those, just to sort of ramble, because, that's kind of fun, just to sort of throw thoughts out there and see what people, spark conversations in the comments, spark things that people want to talk about. More guests and more collabs. I do want to do more of those, whether that's inside the channel or out. I particularly want to do them more inside the channel, but I don't really know for sure yet. I just think that I need to interact with more people this year, because my channel's been very isolated and I haven't done much outside of my own channel, especially in the review and analysis part of things. In that community, I've pretty much avoided working with anybody. I've avoided asking for collabs. I've just avoided that in general. I've been getting better at interacting in the voice acting community outside the channel, and, bringing people in to voice characters on my stuff. And one particular example of that is a comic dub that I put out this year that had Scribbler's Rarity. That was one instance where I brought somebody in, and I want to do more of that. I want to interact with more people, get out there more in both the voice acting community and the review and analysis community. I want to sort of expand my horizons, and just sort of, get out of my little bubble of comfort, my comfort zone, get out of my shell, if you will, and just try to interact a little bit more and stop being afraid of making mistakes, because I'm goddamn afraid of mistakes. Ugh. And finally, just more consistency. Especially December taught me this. I just need to be better at managing my time and actually getting things out on time. And being able to put a video out every Sunday around the same time for you guys. And, stay on top of things. Maybe actually make reviews more consistent, make more analysis stuff, actually be on top of those things. I still have, a part 3 of Let's Talk About Magic that needs to come out that I haven't even started writing. I want to get these things out. I want to plan ahead and actually make a schedule that I will follow point for point, instead of just sort of winging it half-assedly and hoping that it works out in the end, and sort of going on 2-week hiatuses or 3-week hiatuses because of it. And I don't want to do that. I want to be more diligent this year. I want to stick to my original roots when this channel started and actually be a consistent uploader and be on top of things and put out good stuff. I want to improve the quality, I want to improve the editing, I want to improve this, improve that. I just want to do that, because I think it would be beneficial in the long run, especially for the years after this when the channel gets even older. But that pretty much just sums it up for this channel retrospective. I think 2018, it started off rough, but the year picked it. I like to think it was kind of like a hump. You know, it started off shit, then it was cool, and then right towards the end, things started to get a little bit crazy. Especially in December when I just completely fucked up and couldn't keep up with myself and my dreams and whatnot, my visions, if you will. But overall, though, it was a good year, and I'm hoping that this next year will prove to be an even more interactive year that just has more stuff and has more consistency and overall is just more fun. So, that being said, I'm Cavatina, and I will see you on the next Starry Night.